watching Thrifty Kaniffy. Hello everyone and welcome to the Thrifty Kaniffy. Okay, so we're going to be starting part 5 of the Sowbelly series. And kick that one off with a pretty recent release here. This is from the Wasp Series. So you've got the RT bolster here, and it's got a pinch on either side with the one thread on the left side. You've got black underliners with this black and yellow micarta blend to make sort of a yellow jacket look. But calling this the Wasp Series. And you've got all the latest stylings that Rough Ryder has on these blades. Got the match strike pull with the swedge and the back-to-back R tang stamps, half stops. So all the add-ons that they've put on knives over the years can be kind of seen on this knife. Pretty decent pull on that. I'd say about a 6. And clip point blade. There's your spade blade, your sheep's foot. And give you an idea of all the blades, all the recent blades. All have the swedging on them. And that's your latest style Sowbelly. Now this was mislabeled on their website as a trapper, I believe. So again, if you're looking for this one, I'll provide the model number down in the description to make sure you're getting the right thing. But there you have that. That's the Wasp Sowbelly. Alright, up next we've got this guy. This one's been out quite a while. It's got the RT bolster here. This is your Red Pickbone series. Again, the slanted bolsters with the thread on one side. You get this, what I call the double-headed squirrel shield. And it just has a Rough Ryder written side there. And the main blade, you have a reverse blade etch. Just says Red Pickbone for the series. No swedging on this one. Oh, I stand corrected. There is there at the very tip. This is the first style swedging that they used before they went to the one I just showed you. You just have a little bit of swedging there at the end. Match strike pull, half stops on these, and that reverse R tang stamp. And again, there's the swedging. I think those are pretty much the same. I think the only ones that changed was the main blade, the way they did it. But there you go. That's from the Red Pickbone series. Really good snap on the secondary blades on this. Probably better than most of the ones that I own. There you have that. That's Red Pickbone. Handle material. It's pretty blah. I mean, it's a nice color. It's just that there's no transition at all. I would have expected more from a bone material, but they've dyed it all pretty much the same color all the way across. Not a lot of transition there. So a little bit more plain than I would have liked to see. Alright, up next we've got the Turquoise Peak series. Again, you got the RT bolster pinched with the single threaded stripe on the left. I'm pretty sure this is black smooth bone, and then we've got this synthetic blue divided by these nickel silver spacers. And you can see the spacers there on the bottom. They're all the way over. And the Turquoise Peak, just because it sort of makes a point. But this is carryover from the Colt line of knives. SMKW produced another, well, a series of knives for Colt with basically same handles. Now, I'm not exactly sure what they called it, but I think it was probably the same, Turquoise Peak or something similar to that. So on the main blade here, this one doesn't carry any kind of a half stop, and you can see there's no swedging on that one. Tang stamp's a little different from a lot that you'll see. This is the kind of the modern style font that they're using, but with the I spelling. Just says Rough Ryder there. So a little unusual. This one's doesn't have, well, The tang stamp's not the most common of the knives that you'll see by a Rough Rider. They didn't use it very much. Good snap on this sheep's foot, or sorry, spay blade. Again with the tang stamp there, the match right pull, no swedging. And there's your sheep's foot with the tang stamp again. So, you know, this one's a little bit of an oddball in terms of its tang stamps. But there you go. There's the Turquoise Peak series Sowbelly. Okay, up next, this is one that a lot of people really liked. This is the Copper Swirl series. And you get the copper bolsters. Same RT bolster with the pinch on the end and the single stripe thread over here on the left. You get the copper pins and copper liners. Kind of neat. And then if you look at that infused copper inside the synthetic material that they use there, it's really cool looking. Stands out. So this is kind of a neat one. And then they blackwash the blades. So you can see they have a different look to them. Sort of a grayish silver look to them. They're not like your standard silver color. Like an anodized black, I guess it almost looks like, right? And you get the RR tang stamp on there and the full swedge. No etching or anything like that, which was nice. But this one's nice. This one's different. Again, the RR tang stamps on both sides. Good snap on this one too. Half stops. Pretty nice. And you can see it's really starting to get some nice patina on that copper. I haven't tried to polish this up in quite a while. So yeah, you're getting just some really cool natural patina on those copper bolsters. Really pretty knife. Alright, so that's your Copper Swirl series. Alright, up next, one that has been my favorite for a while. I kind of moved on from it, but for quite a long time I really enjoyed this one as being one of my favorites. It's probably been supplanted a couple times now, but this one here is pretty nice too, so it's really tough to say what your favorite is. It changes. But I've got RT bolster on this one, black underliner on this blue Sawcut bone. You get the bomb shield, same bolsters as these previous knives. And then you get a look at the Sawcut bone there. They did a really good job. Now this is the same material that you've seen on these bolster lock knives, just a different dye color. The same saw cut pattern that you'll see on those recent releases. And then you get the black underliners there, which just gives it a little better fit. No etching on this one. Do get the lower ended swedge on this one. Reverse R tank stamps on them. Just regular 440 A stainless blades, the mirror finish. There you go. Reverse R's on all 3 blades. Pretty decent snap. Half stops. That main blade is really nice. Listen to that one more time. Yeah, it's a nice snap on that one. They did a good job with that one. Now, I did actually have to buy 2 of these to get a better one. One was like defective, so took 2 tries, but I got one that was good. All right, up next, we've got this Titanium series. And you get the diamond shield here with the black smooth bone, RT bolster, and You can see here it says titanium etched on the blade. You get the RR tang stamp, the swedge at the tip. Now these have the same sort of blades as that copper Swirl series in terms of appearance. I can't remember if these are T10 or not. I guess they are. I don't remember. I get confused after a while, but titanium coated blade, I guess is what it is. Just that coloring is titanium coated, which I'm pretty sure is the same thing that's on the copper Swirl series. No, these aren't T10. I made a mistake on saying that. These are just titanium coated blades. And then it kind of gives it a blue appearance once they kind of age a little bit, but almost like they've been blued, like a good gun bluing, you know. But right now they're pretty nice shape. RR tang stamp, swedge again, pretty attractive series of knife. This is a manly looking knife. I think kind of blacked out. Another really good looking knife, I think. It's just so hard to pick a favorite, but yeah, you get a really cool black smooth bone, and you get some transition in the color there. You can see it's sort of a grayish tone up here at the top. Really pretty. Really like this knife a lot. I mean, it's just so hard to pick a favorite. These last three have all been standouts, and there'll be more. But that's why I like these Rough Riders so much. There you go. There's the Titanium series. Okay, up next you've got one that maybe is not quite as popular. This is the Tiger Stripe series. RT bolster, slant, single thread, nickel silver pins, brass liners, and there's no etching on these. Let's get the middle blade open first. So there's your sheep's foot, and you can see right away we've got the swedging, match strike pull, and the main blade. Got a serious pull on this guy, half stop. That end swedge on that one, match strike pull, reverse artang stamp on it, and of course you can see the material been cut to look like tiger stripes. It's just a bone material, and then it's been machined. You can see the machine lines between the stripes. Some people like that, some people don't. I think it's kind of neat looking. I don't mind it at all. I understand how that machining works, so it's gonna have a little lineage back down there, but that's cool to me. It didn't bother me at all. And then there's your spay blade, mirror finish, 440A. Now this one doesn't have quite the pull as some of the other ones on the secondary blades, but you do get the half stops, and that main blade does have quite a pull on it. But there you go, Tiger Stripe series from Rough Rider. Okay, moving on. Next we've got the High Plains series, Rough Rider. Now I've talked about this one in some of my budget videos, like, you know, really good value type knife, and there was a time when I don't think they could give these away, and I have no idea why. Because if you look at this, it's basically like a topographical map. You've got this smooth area of high area down here, and then the plains with the ridges below it. That's kind of the idea behind it. You get the RT bolster here and the single thread slant bolster on the left. Brass liners right there. Nice smooth transitions on this, really nice. I mean, it makes for a really smooth knife. Then you get a little bit of like grip from the lines on it. Let's look at the blades here. Got half stop, swedge, match strike pull, reverse R, tang stamp. Just regular 440 mirror finish blades. Standard basically for the Rough Riders. And yeah, it's just really nice looking material there. The bone color is what to me the standout is like it almost looks like a fine wood, the color of it, like some really fine for high-end furniture, you know. That color is just miraculous. Really well done. So yeah, if you haven't picked one of those up, budget Sowbelly, I mean, I don't know why. Alright, this one's a little controversial, so we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on it. I think everybody knows why. This is from the Dixieland Series. Alright, RT bolsters on both sides. And then you got a reverse blade etch on this one that says Dixieland. I don't even know that SMKW will put these on their website. I think I heard something the other day about how they still have some in stock, some patterns in stock, but they won't put them on the website. So it is what it is, and I only have this because it's a part of a collection, not because I agree with the sentiment of what this represents. So please do not flame me for owning this knife. I simply have a Sowbelly collection, and this is one of the knives. That's all I'm going to say about that. Alright, up next we've got yellow composition handle. Now this is from the Carbon Classic 1 series, but they also have just a regular yellow composition knife that I also own, but it won't be in this video, it'll be in a separate video. But you got the RT bolster here and the slant single threaded bolster on the left, the diamond shield, Carbon Classic CC in the middle there's behind the reverse R, back to back R there. Now these are carbon steel blades, and ooh, the pull on this one, wow, about an 8. Tough to get out. Got the little end swedge there, tip swedge, match strike pull on that. And there's your tang stamp, and half stops on this guy. Really light pull on the secondary sheep's foot. Well, that's a little bit of a letdown, but you get swedging on this one all around, and then you got the RR tang stamps on all these. Again, this is from the Classic Carbon series, the first one that came out. So there you have that guy. Again, carbon blades. You can hear that one's a little weak on the close, and this one's got tons of pull. So it's kind of a mixed bag of pull, because that main blade's really stiff, probably an 8, and then that sheep's foot's maybe a 4. So here you go. Just kind of the way it goes sometimes with Rough Riders. You do get brass liners on this one, nickel silver pins, or stainless pins. It's hard to know. Probably nickel silver. There you go. Alright, final one for this particular video is the Tobacco Road knife. Now this is a weird one too, because this is like the old marbles that I showed you, right? With that stubby spay blade on it. And it's got just the stubby style spay blade on it. RR tang stamp on it, half stops. But the handle's kind of interesting, because you have this like tobacco bone color, and then it's a leaf pattern with these little pieces of copper placed into the handle. So it makes for a really unique handle. It's not like anything else the Rough Riders made. So, you know, all these little individual pieces of copper inlaid in there. Quite unique knife. And again, like with the stubby blade, these like the older design. So I don't know how that's wound up on this knife, but you do get a blade etch on this as well. Reverse blade etch that says Tobacco Road. Right, and that blade shape, not like the other ones. It does have a swedge, but it's a narrower bodied blade and doesn't have the same, you know, shape to it. So this one's a little bit of an oddball. And then the third blade, look, it's not a spade blade. It's a clip point. Or not, I'm sorry, not a sheep's foot. It's a clip point. You get your spade blade. You don't get the sheep's foot on this one. So yeah, just really a lot different than most of the Rough Rider releases. And the tank stamps are all the reverse R, back to back R. Let's see on this side here. Yeah, there you go. Match strike poles, wedges on all three blades. But yeah, just unique. This one's just kind of an oddball. Good snap on that little clip blade. Medium pull on the main blade, but the other two pretty good. But there you go. That's the final knife of this video, part 5. RT bolsters, guys, were kind of the theme behind this one. All of these had the RT bolsters. And there you go. That's a nice set of, what do we have here? 11 Rough Rider Sowbellys. That's going to do it for part 5. Hope y'all see you guys over in part 6. You guys make sure to like the video if you enjoyed this. Subscribe if you have not. Turn on your notifications so you're made aware of videos when they drop. We'll see you next time around. Take care.